What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at The Serpent and the Rainbow, directed by Wes Craven. The Serpent and the Rainbow tells the story of Dr. Dennis Allen, who goes to Haiti to kind of research this mystical powder that turns people into zombies. Now, that's just the general bare bones plot of this movie. Of course, a lot more goes into it, the whole meat. So, let's talk about it. Overall, I think The Serpent and the Rainbow is one of Wes Craven's best works. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I like the visual style of this movie. This movie's got gorgeous landscape shots. And I love how Wes Craven was able to make the Dominican Republic look like Haiti. Like, of course, during the time this movie was made, Haiti was going through a lot of political turmoil. So, for the safety of the crew, they had to go to the Dominican Republic. And Wes Craven, being the master that he is, did a fantastic job at making the Dominican Republic look as authentic to Haiti as he possibly can. This movie is beautifully shot, excellent cinematography. I love the landscape shots Wes Craven does, and I just love this creepy atmosphere that Wes Craven makes throughout this movie. And I like how for like the first half of the movie, he keeps it relatively grounded. Of course, near the end of the movie, it goes into that horror madness that Wes Craven is great at doing. But I like how for the first half of this movie, it's more or less he tries to make it more psychological, which I like. I like psychological horror. And Wes Craven for the first half did a great job of making the horror very, very psychological. And when you add the voodoo component, it just amps it up a little bit more.
Definitely.
So I like all that. I thought all that stuff was handled fairly good. The acting in this movie is solid. Bill Pullman as Dr. Allen does a really good performance. I like his character, Dr. Allen. He comes across as very, very likable, but he also comes across as somebody who doesn't fully believe something until it actually happens. And he's actually a smart guy. He won't go into anything all guns blazing. He'll actually he'll research everything before he makes his final stance. And you also got the character of Kathy Tyson, who plays a character called Maricel, who's a doctor in Haiti. And I like her character too. I like the little romance that develops between her and Dr. Allen. I buy her as a doctor, and I buy the romance they have, and I buy how she's trying to prove that what's happening in Haiti is real, because in the prologue of the movie we see this man called Christophe be buried, but it turns out that he was buried alive, and of course we find out that this other character known as Petrard, who is like this evil voodoo witch this voodoo witch actually gave him a poison that made him appear dead and turned him into a zombie. But also Petrard took the man's soul. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Petrard, Zykes Mokes, who played him, was outstanding, gleefully over the top, yet still sinister and still intimidating.
Yeah. You can still buy it.
I like his performance. I also like Paul Winfield, who plays a character called Lucien, who's like a good
voodoo priest.
Yeah, good voodoo priest, pretty much. And I like the relationship he has with Maricel and Bill and Dr. Allen. I would have liked to see more of that throughout the course of the movie. That's just because I'm a Paul Winfield fan, dating back to Terminator. I personally would have liked to see him be peppered in more. But what I got, I like. I like the integration of comedy in this movie. The character of Mozart is funny, and I like the scenes between him and Dr. Allen, them just going at one another, but in a playful, friendly-ish way.
Mm-hmm. Like siblings in a way.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
More or less one guy trying to con one guy and the other guy onto his tricks.
Right.
So I like how that was handled, but I also like this little understated mutual understanding they come to, which I thought was really well handled. Yeah. So yeah, I guess as I said before, the visual in this movies look fantastic, but the horror visuals also look great too. This movie is a trip, and when Alan is being put through the ringer, Wes comes up with some really creative, fun imagery.
Definitely.
Fucking will get under your skin and you're gonna remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for me that's without. Yeah, so obviously, as you can tell, I thoroughly enjoyed The Serpent and the Rainbow. I think this movie is really, really good. So, and for me, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And now I'm going to let my friend over here give you his thoughts.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else there really is more to say. I mean, you pretty much said everything. I love the chemistry between Dr. Allen and Dr. Marcel. They had a really good romance. I loved it. The visual effects were, I mean, the visual landscape scenes were amazing.
The special effects were great too.
That too.
Wes is the master of horror. The practical effects he uses are fantastic.
Honestly, like when I was first watching it, I thought it was Haiti, and I got fooled. I thought it was Haiti, but it wound up actually being the Dominican Republic.
This is actually your first time
tricked me.
you've ever seen this movie
Yep.
too. I don't even think you've
First
heard of
time-
it.
yeah, first time I ever saw
you've
it.
heard of this movie. It's like brought it up.
First time I ever saw it, and this is my first time seeing it. It tricked me at first because I thought, oh wow, this is Haiti. I'm in Haiti, but no, it's actually the Dominican Republic, which they did a really good job of making it look like Haiti.
I give all that credit to Wes Craven.
Definitely.
The man is a master.
I acknowledge Wes Craven too.
He make anything work.
He can make it. Yeah, definitely. It was very well done. I liked the chemistry between Dr. Dennis and Mozart. That was funny.
Yeah.
It's just seeing them rib on each other. It was just hilarious to watch. The scenes with Lucien and Dr. Dennis and Dr. Marcel were just amazing to watch as well. That relationship, if I dare to call it that, was handled very well. Their interactions were done very well. I like the final battle between Dennis and the evil voodoo priest.
Yeah.
That was amazingly done.
Now, see, for me, I would have liked it better. This movie,
Amazing.
if this movie would have stayed more in the psychological and didn't really go into that full blown, this is actually real horror. Instead of I would have liked it. This movie kept the mysticism in the background and kept the psychological component more at the forefront. Because at the end of the movie, it kind of goes full blown magic powers. Activate.
Yeah, magic powers, voodoo.
I would prefer if all of that was like psychological and more grounded as opposed to actually being this is real magic. I think the psychological component would have worked much better.
Definitely. Overall rating of this movie, I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. Definitely. I really like this movie. It's definitely a good movie to watch, especially if you're a Wes Craven fan, like my colleague here is. My colleague said earlier, it's a very underrated work, which I'm sure is very true to a lot of Wes Craven fans. Me seeing it as a first-time watcher, I really liked this movie. It was really good. The effects were really well done. The relationships were well handled. The interactions were well done.
I also like how the backdrop is in Haiti during turmoil.
Yeah.
But I like how that revolution part is kept large in the background at the end of the movie.
And he captured it really well. When it was revealed, he did capture it really well.
No, it wasn't. He didn't reveal it. He kept it mostly in the background, and at the end of the movie, that's when he actually let it play out. But I like how you had that extra component of danger. Because you're in a country that's on the brink of revolution.
Yeah.
So you add that plus what's going on with him and his research and with the zombie potion and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But I like how the movie that the revolution didn't overshadow this movie.
Of course.
It stayed consistent with the one story that it wanted to tell.
Yeah. But overall, very well done. I give this movie a very, very solid 8 out of 10. Again, recommend it if you're a Wes Craven fan. Definitely an underrated work if you like his work. Definitely worth watching.
All right, well, those are our thoughts on The Serpent and the Rainbow. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I would like to know. Also, let me know what your favorite Wes Craven movie is in the comment section down below as well. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.
Peace.